Helena, how are you holding up? I can't wait to meet the baby. I'm looking forward to it so much. It feels like my insides are doing somersaults. Oh my gosh, the anticipation is killing me. Just imagine those tiny fingers and that button nose that will scrunch up in the cutest little sneezes. I swear, if this little one keeps me waiting much longer, I might just decorate the entire nursery and glow-in-the-dark stars to keep myself entertained.
Hi, Nadia. Thank you for your constant support. Your unwavering support means the world to me, especially with Shane working those crazy late hours again. I'm looking forward to it too, but the doctor says it's still a few weeks away. Every day feels like an eternity. And with these crazy spring allergies going around, I swear I can already feel a sniffle coming on. I'll have to be extra careful not to catch a cold and risk passing it on to the little one.
Don't you worry about a thing. Your health is the top priority. Speaking of which, I wonder if Shane is helping you with the chores and all. You know, with that giant baby belly getting in the way, bending down to pick up rogue socks must be an Olympic sport these days. And our place isn't that far. If you need anything at all, groceries, a shoulder to cry on, even someone to wrestle with that rogue laundry basket, you name it, I'm there in a flash.
I'm so grateful for your kindness, Nadia. You have no idea how much your support means right now. I'll definitely contact you if anything happens. Thank you so much. Your kindness is a beacon in my life. You're a lifesaver, you know that?
Always, Helena. Always. You can always count on me.
I'm managing for now, but I hear it's tough for a few months after the baby is born. I may need you to help me out with the chores and taking care of the baby.
Consider it done. It'll be the greatest pleasure. Now, you just rest up, okay? This little miracle needs a healthy mama.
Yes, I will. Thank you again for always looking out for me.
Hey, sorry, I hate to do this again, but I gotta head out on another business trip tomorrow. Just a few days, like always. You'll be alright on your own, won't you?
Again? Shane, seriously? It feels like every other weekend you're out the door with a briefcase in hand. Weekends are supposed to be for family, aren't they? Why does it always have to be you're working overtime? Don't they have anyone else who can handle this critical project?
Look, I get it. It's frustrating, believe me. But trust me, delegating tasks at my level isn't an option. It's my responsibility to carry the weight, you know? It's not like I enjoy these trips. But when your career hangs in the balance, what can you do? You wouldn't want me to be jobless, would you?
If it were my career on the line, of course you wouldn't hesitate to be there every step of the way. But here I am, about to pop like a balloon, and the company you work for couldn't care less about a little understanding.
That's what I've been saying to my boss. That's exactly what I've been saying to my boss. But they're stretched thin after the big layoff last year. There just aren't enough hands on deck. It makes me seriously consider looking for new opportunities somewhere that values work-life balance a little more.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm stuck at home on maternity leave, and you're never around to help. The nursery's half decorated, and I can't exactly lift furniture on my own.
I know, honey. I feel terrible about it. Trust me, the guilt is eating me alive. I'll try like hell to get back early next week. The day after tomorrow, right? I can swing a half day if you need. We can finally go on that shopping trip for the baby.
Oh, fantastic. So the only day you can manage for your own family is by taking a half day off work? Let me guess. You expect me to waddle around the store carrying a mountain of baby supplies by myself?
Hey, come on, don't be like that. You know I'd carry everything, of course.
Thank you. You know what? Maybe I should just call your mom. She offered to lend a hand whenever I need it.
What? Why my mother? No, my mother absolutely doesn't need to be involved in this. Trust me, this is a family matter we can handle ourselves.
Why not? Your mother said she'd help me out whenever I needed a hand. She seems perfectly willing to help. I thought maybe I should ask her to help me since I'm anxious with my first baby. You seem busy, and I feel bad making you take a half day off. Besides, wouldn't it be nice for you to spend some quality time with your own mother while you're on this trip?
Look, trust me. You don't want to get my mom involved. She'd be exhausted after 5 minutes with a fussy newborn.
Exhausted? Shane, what are you talking about? Besides, isn't that what grandparents are for? A little hands-on experience to remind them of the joys of parenthood?
Stop contacting mom. I'm telling you, you would tire her out. Trust me, the woman can barely climb the stairs these days, let alone chase after a rolling rattle.
I don't mean to exhaust her or anything, but she said she was willing to help. Maybe a few afternoons a week, just to give me a chance to catch my breath.
Alright. Here's the thing. Don't freak out, but... Mom... Well, I didn't actually tell you this, but...
What? Shane, is everything all right?
Mom is sick.
What? Oh my god, Shane, is she sick? Don't tell me she has cancer.
No, it's not cancer. But she is undergoing some treatment right now. I can't go into all the details. It's not my story to tell.
I had no idea. Why didn't you say something? We could have helped somehow, even from here.
You're about to have a baby, so she didn't want to worry you too much. So don't bring it up until she does. She made me promise not to tell anyone. Can you please keep this under wraps for now?
Okay, I won't say a word. Your mom's going to be okay, right?
I'm positive she'll pull through. But right now, stress is the last thing she needs. So I'd really appreciate it if you wouldn't try to contact her. Not even a text, okay?
Not even texts? But what if she needs something?
I'll be checking in with her constantly. You can talk in person after the baby is born, right? I think it's best to keep your distance for now. Let her focus on getting better.
Okay, I hope your mother gets better soon. Tell your mom I love her and that I'm thinking of her. And that we'll both be waiting for her with open arms when she's feeling better.
Of course, I will. I am going on another business trip tomorrow. Sorry, honey, but we can look forward to an increase in my salary. A raise that will finally let us get that bigger house we've been talking about. The one with the backyard. For the little one to play in. You know, the one you keep flipping through those design magazines for.
Come on, Shane. We've talked about this. I'm already due next week. What kind of last-minute business trip is this? Don't they have any sense of timing at your work? Surely someone else could take your place. Why are you always on the road every other weekend? This baby is due any minute, and I swear if I have to waddle to the hospital alone because you're off jet-setting across the country for another critical meeting, I'm going to be writing a very strongly worded letter to your boss.
I'm sorry, but it can't be helped. It's work. It's a huge presentation for a new client, and they specifically requested me to be there. Missing it could jeopardize the whole deal. You know how important this promotion is, right? It's not just about the money. It's about career advancement, about setting a secure future for our family. I'm sure the busy season will calm down soon, though. Can you hold out a little longer?
I don't even know where to start. Don't you get it? I need you here, Shane. Not just for the practical stuff, but for the emotional support too. What if the baby comes early? What if I have questions or get scared? Anyway, next week is my due date. Don't go on any business trips next weekend, okay?
Okay. I hear you. Look, I'll talk to my boss first thing in the morning. See if there's any way I can reschedule. In the worst case scenario, maybe I can fly back early.
Sounds good. Just promise me you won't be checking your work email every 5 minutes.
Helena, I kept quiet until now, but I've reached the end of my patience. Even though I tried talking to Shane, he wouldn't hear me out. So, it's time I talk to you. I don't know if it's the sleep deprivation or the hormonal roller coaster everyone talks about, but aren't you being a little selfish here?
Nadia, what are you talking about? It's been a while since I last talked to you. Did something happen?
A while? Don't play dumb with me, Helena. It hasn't been a while since you last caused me some serious trouble. Even though you're relying on me so much, you don't even say thank you. You're just forcing me to care for her because it's too much trouble? You're the worst kind of woman I've ever met.
Wait a minute. Why are you so angry? What did I do to you? We haven't even seen each other recently, let alone have a chance to argue.
What did you do? You should know perfectly well what you did. Don't try to play innocent with me, Helena.
Seriously, Nadia, I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you just explain what's gotten you so worked up?
Think about where you and Shane are right now. I thought you were a decent person. Someone who would value their friends and family. But I guess I was wrong. You've completely changed since the baby arrived.
Since the baby was born? Hold on, my husband is literally on a business trip right now. There's no way we could have...
Don't lie to me like that, Helena. I'm not stupid. I've already talked to Shane about what's going on. Honestly, the audacity of you and your husband. Going on some fancy getaway while leaving your newborn baby with your mother-in-law? It's disgusting.
Wait a minute. A baby in your care? What do you mean? There's no baby here.
Don't play dumb with me. I told you, you could count on me anytime, but this is too much to handle. How can you two be so irresponsible?
Too much? Nadia, there's some major misunderstanding here.
How dare you leave your newborn baby with me? Just for a fun trip? You have no right to be a parent if that's how you treat your own child.
My child is still in my belly. I haven't given birth yet.
What? Then whose child is this?
Are you saying you're taking care of a baby right now?
Yes, because I thought it was the baby between you and my son. This baby isn't yours?
Wait, what? No, of course it's mine. But as I said, I haven't given birth yet. The due date is soon, but it's not yet. How can you expect me to leave the baby with you when the baby is still growing inside me?
Still in your belly? Well, then whose baby is this?
I don't know yet, but did Shane tell you that I've already given birth?
Yes, he did. He said you were having some kind of postpartum meltdown and needed a spa weekend to get away from it all.
And he left you with that baby?
She's so cute. Her name is Layla. At first, I was happy to be able to spend time with her, but then Shane started making me take care of her every weekend because of your supposed postpartum hysteria. And this time, he said you guys were going on a spa trip. I couldn't believe anyone could just easily leave behind their newborn babies like that. It started to make me angry. And on top of that, you never even showed any gratitude for my help.
Well, it's not me who made you babysit. And I heard you were sick. Shane told me not to stress you out by contacting you.
Sick? Me? No way. I'm in perfect health.
So that means Shane lied to both of us. This is unbelievable.
But why? Why would Shane tell me that you already gave birth? He doesn't know I would have dropped everything to come and help you.
It's also a lie on Shane's part that I gave birth. I never told you I gave birth, and you haven't sent me any messages to congratulate me on it. My due date is next week, so I could go into labor at any time now. This whole thing is insane.
I was going to send a message, a sweet little welcome to the world note. But Shane, well, he stopped me.
Shane stopped you? Did he say why? Did he think I wouldn't want to hear from you during such a momentous occasion?
He said you were irritated by the postpartum period and my text might irritate you even more. That's why I didn't send any messages. But I can't believe the baby wasn't born yet.
There's no way I wouldn't contact you myself after the baby is born. Plus, I'll send lots of pictures.
That's right. You're that kind of person. There's no way you'd keep your best friend in the dark about something this monumental.
And if it were me, I wouldn't leave my newborn child in someone else's care unless there was a serious problem.
I see. Then whose child is she? Where did this baby come from if it's not yours?
It's definitely not my child. And with all these lies swirling around, we'll have to check with Shane. But honestly, at this point, I wouldn't trust a word that comes out of his mouth.
Okay, I'll call him right now and get some answers. This whole situation is giving me a headache.
Wait a minute. Hold on just a second. I have an idea.
What idea? Is it something that involves confronting Shane and getting to the bottom of this whole mess?
Exactly. But if we ask him at this point, I think Shane will lie. He's already built this elaborate web of deceit, and who knows what other stories he's cooked up. Let's plan ahead and make sure he tells us the truth.
I'm listening. What's the plan?
I don't know whose baby it is, but it's true that there's a baby there, right?
Of course it's true. I wouldn't lie about something like this.
Please take a picture of the baby. Send it to me right now. With a picture as evidence, Shane won't be able to deny anything.
I took about 100 pictures a day thinking it was your child.
Thank you. Well then, please save the pictures. I'll be coming over now.
You're coming over? But are you feeling okay? You're about to give birth any minute. Shouldn't you be resting?
Your house is just a 15-minute drive and my hospital is not far, so I'm okay. I'll be there soon.
Are you feeling okay? I'll be home today. I'm so sorry I was away for this whole business trip. I know you must have been worried sick with the baby due any day now.
I'm fine. Some interesting things happened while you were gone, that's all.
Interesting things, huh? Like what? You finally finished decorating the nursery? Did you pick out the cutest little outfits?
You'll know sooner or later, Shane. Don't worry about it. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to confirm something with you before you get home. Just a small detail about those business trips you've been taking.
Confirm what, honey? Is everything alright?
Shane, you had 2 business trips last month, right? Those long, exhausting trips that kept you away from your very pregnant wife?
Yeah, that's right. Those presentations were a real doozy, let me tell you. But hey, at least the client's happy now, and that means a brighter future for our little family, right?
This month, you've been on a business trip every weekend.
Honey, you know how crazy things are at work right now. I'm swamped. I told my boss that my wife's in the last month of pregnancy, but it's hard for them to find another person to take my place at the last minute. They need my expertise. You understand, right?
Expertise, huh? Is that what they call it these days? Because from where I'm sitting, you seem to be enjoying this last month of pregnancy more than anyone else.
What do you mean by that? Are you accusing me of something?
I mean it as it is. You come home late every day and we hardly see each other. And about a business trip, it never really happened, did it?
Helena, what are you talking about?
I was wondering if these business trips were really all they were cracked up to be. So I decided to do a little investigating. You know, the kind of investigating a wife does when her intuition starts screaming at her.
Investigating? Helena, there's nothing to investigate.
Oh, but there is, darling. The first clue was the pay stubs. There wasn't a single penny in business trip allowance for the past month. Remember when you went on real business trips before? Those allowances are always there. A nice little perk for being away from home.
Don't look at my pay stub without my permission. Those are private documents.
We're a married couple, Shane. Everything we have is supposed to be transparent. Besides, my investigation doesn't stop there. And I also checked your bank account too to see how your money is being handled.
What? You did what?
Let's just say, for the past few months, there haven't been any deposits from your individual account into our joint account, like we always agreed. In fact, there haven't been any deposits at all since I got pregnant. So where exactly is all that money going, Shane? Don't tell me another business trip expense story. What the hell are you doing with your earnings?
Look, I'm on a bit of a tight budget right now, okay? The company said they'd reimburse me for the business trip fees later, so I had to cover them out of pocket. I was going to tell you, I swear, but things just got hectic.
I see. So where were these business trips for the last few months? These trips that conveniently never showed up on your expense report? And were you really on a business trip this time, or was that just another convenient lie?
Helena, what's wrong with you? This isn't like you. Are you doubting me?
Doubting you? The question isn't whether I doubt you, it's whether I can trust you anymore. Because right now, trust is a very scarce commodity in this house. Would it be like me to smile and believe in everything you say?
No, Helena, you don't understand. I'm just doing my job, you know? I'm working hard for our family's future. I'm uncomfortable with you questioning my every move like this.
Uncomfortable? Is that all you have to say for yourself? Uncomfortable? Here I am about to pop a baby any minute, and you're worried about being uncomfortable?
I'll be home this evening. You better calm down by then and make sure dinner is ready. I'm exhausted from this business trip, so don't try to start anything when I get there. Just keep things quiet, okay?
The things I ask you are just weird things to you, things that should be swept under the rug and ignored. I get it now, Shane. Loud and clear. Then, all right, I'll be waiting for you. But let me tell you this, dinner won't be the only thing waiting. We have a lot to talk about.
I never thought our son was such an idiot. Helena, I'm so sorry. It's terrible that this has happened when baby's still in your belly.
It's not okay, but I won't let this break me. Somehow, I'll find the strength to move on. It's probably a good thing I found out before the baby was born. My husband was leading a double life, and he had a child with another woman. If I had found out right after the birth, I would have gone crazy.
What's more, he left the child with me to go on a trip with her.
He lied to me, saying he was on a business trip. Ugh, the audacity of the man! Lied straight through his teeth, spinning tales of business trips while he was sleeping with another woman.
It's unbelievable. Even though he's my son, I can't defend his actions. He's not only betrayed you, but he's shown a complete lack of responsibility towards his own child.
I'm glad I was able to make him tell the truth, but his expression was hilarious. I pretended not to be aware of his bad deeds and let Shane in the house, and all of a sudden all of his relatives were on him, making sure he couldn't get away. If I had been alone, he would have escaped. So I'm grateful for all the people who helped me.
Helena, I'm really sorry for what my son did. He brought this on himself, and you have every right to be furious. Whatever decision you make, whether it's divorce or reconciliation, my family and I will stand by you.
Thank you. I'm thinking of getting a divorce, and then I'll charge him alimony. As for the things concerning my child, we'll have to discuss it further. But honestly, I don't want my child to see him. At this point, the thought of him even being near my baby makes my skin crawl.
I completely understand. You deserve to protect your child from any negativity, and Shane's action has certainly proven his unworthiness. Don't worry, I'll make sure he meets his alimony obligations. My husband and I have decided to cut all ties with Shane as well. We can't condone his behavior, and frankly, we're ashamed of the man he's become. Our support, however, will always be by yours and your child's.
Nadia, I'm sorry it turned out this way, but even if we get divorced, I'd like you and your husband to come see me and my child.
Are you sure? After everything that's happened, I wouldn't blame you for wanting to cut all ties with our family.
She'll still be your grandchild. That won't change no matter what. And also, thank you for everything you've done to support me. But Shane will have to pay the price for what he did. So please, tell him to be prepared. I will never forgive him for betraying me like this. In the end, Shane admitted the affair and he lost everything. His parents were furious and they cut ties with him on the spot. He begged for forgiveness, but I confronted him with the divorce papers. All his relatives were on my side and he was blamed from all directions. It is only natural, though, considering what he did. As for his affair partner, to my surprise, she didn't know he was married. She was also very shocked by the news and demanded alimony. She was told that he would marry her once things settled down. I feel sorry for her and her child. I wonder what kind of hell awaits Shane.